I'm at the airport right now. So can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. So first of all, I want to congratulate our first graduates. I've been in the background and hearing all the amazing work you guys have all been putting in, and I want to commend you for the work, and I want to wish you well in your future endeavors. I know Rudolph has spoken very highly of you, and I know a number of you have been selected to work with him on some of the projects, especially some of them are revolving around our former land. So I want to first of all congratulate you once again and wish you well in all your future endeavors. Well done, well done. So today I just want to use this opportunity to talk about, the benefits or the importance of Web3. I'm originally from Nigeria, and I know all of you, of course, are from Africa. It is important that we recognize one of the reasons why we are even doing this. And it is because that we have been conditioned to become consumers, whether intentionally or unintentionally. We have always been, our Africa has been tagged to be consumers in whatever that we are doing, but we are beginning to change all of that. And I think the world is beginning to see the potential of what Africa is all about. If you see the way the superpowers, from an economic standpoint, the way that they are thinking and the way they are functioning today in their relationship with Africa, you start to see that relationship is getting stronger. We are now seeing Russia and China predominantly investing a lot in Africa. And just recently, I don't know if you all have been paying attention to the news, but the US has now set up an African summit that has been running so far, and they have invested or looking to invest billions of dollars into Africa. So that tells you something, that they are no longer looking down on us. I think they now recognize the potential of what Africa hopes to achieve in the not so distant future. But in saying that, I want to point out, and I know I have very limited time, this all ties back to why Web3 is important, right? Before we go into all of this, it's important that we recognize the abilities of what centralization has created in the world today. It had the opportunity to onboard millions of people to the internet and created opportunities for people. But, centralization has also created its own challenges as well. In terms of now, there are very powerful companies out there like the Facebooks, the Googles, and the rest that have unitarily decided on who partakes within the internet, what they can do, what their capabilities are, right? Who can contribute to this building. And that is why I use the term in terms of Africa being consumers, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Web3 now allows us to control our own destiny, to take ownership of our own assets, our own contributions, whatever we intend to do in this catch-all term of what the future of the internet is all about, right? So let's talk about first, what is Web3? So if we look at Web3, as I mentioned, is now a catch-all term of what this vision of a new and better internet is all about. But it's important to note that Web3 at its core is leveraging other technologies like blockchain, cryptocurrency, and NFTs, because these are technologies that give back power to the users in the form of ownership. And that is what I want you guys to take away from this. What you are building today is the potential of giving other people the ability to control who they are, to have an identity of who they are. That is primarily what this goal is. That is what the Metaverse has to offer. When I sit down and I discuss with Rudolph about the potentials or what we want to build with our formula, our goal is to provide an identity for Africans. Today, we're seeing a lot of metaverses today that they do not represent who we are. And they have no intention of even allowing us to represent or have an identity in those platforms. That is why Web3 is very important as we integrate Web3 into the metaverse, because now Web3 is all about decentralization. You now can have ownership amongst the builders and their users. It's all about it's all about being permissionless. That means you don't have to take permission from anybody to participate in this in Web3 or within the metaverse that is integrated to Web3. Native payments. I keep talking about the importance of cryptocurrency. I know it's a very hot topic with all of the bad things that we hear about crypto, but that is because people are not applying this technology towards real world issues. Today, we are now seeing the benefits of where I can simply send money in a matter of minutes to someone that is performing work within the gig economy at a fraction of a cost of $1. It's quite powerful. Today, if I'm supposed to send money to a developer in India and I walk into a bank, I have to pay $50 to send money. Taking into consideration, guys, I run a charity that does work around sub-Saharan Africa. I know the impact of what $50 can do in someone's life. So these are the things that are important. Web3 offers the ability to be trustless, which is all about incentivizing people and providing economic value, right? Without trusting or relying on third parties. So this is why Web3 is very, very important, giving us the ability to have ownership. Today, now you see, I hear stories with banks today in Nigeria. I consistently keep seeing this day after day. People saying that they've lost money because somebody went into their bank account and pulled money from there. This is what we're seeing with these types of infrastructures, which in my term are becoming old legacy technologies or infrastructures. You're sitting down one day and all of a sudden someone wakes up and says, I'm taking this money, whether intentionally or by scamming or something happening within these banks themselves, right? Now you own your own asset. You own your own wallet. You decide how you want to spend it. You decide who you're sending that money to. You have total control of an ownership, right? Now you're talking about other opportunities about where we're talking about decentralized autonomous organizations, where now you can make decisions about how companies need to be run or how they operate. These are the power of what Web3 technology has to offer. Now we're talking about Web3 communities, where these communities have different levels of decentralization and everything is automated by software, by code, right? These are the opportunities that Web3 has to offer today. Identity is an important factor. I want a situation whereby an artisan who is selling on Celletic has an understanding of the benefits of Web3. They can convert their product into an NFT, which becomes a wearable, and I can go into a former land and dress up like a Nigerian. I don't need to wear a hoodie. I don't know if you guys are seeing me on video right now. I'm putting on a hoodie, okay? But I would want to dress up like an African in this digital world. That is the potential of what Web3 offers, where you can now create assets in the form of NFTs, go into the metaverse, allow people to identify themselves as an African, and then take those same wearables and sell to someone else where they keep getting payments in the form of royalties. That is the potential of what this offers. The potential of integrating native payments using crypto in the metaverse, identifying or building metaverses to look African. This is the importance of what Web3 is. Now, I am not saying that Web3 does not have its limitations. It does, because one, accessibility is still an issue because of internet connectivity, but we are seeing an increase in infrastructure build when it comes to internet. Right? So we are seeing all the significance of that. Education is very key as well, right? Centralized infrastructure still remains a barrier. So until we start seeing these things break down, we will now truly see the benefit of what Web3 is. So I want to take this time again to thank everybody and to congratulate our team. And I'm looking for further collaboration between us, Aya, Fatu, and Rudolph. And we will look forward to better things to come. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.